Thank you for joining me on this Learning Outcomes Assessment project. By now you should have received in your Salt Lake Community College email account, the slcc.edu account, an invitation to join Dedoose. So it appears through that you will go to a website regularly, but you don't. You go to the website the one time and you'll download Dedoose to your computer, and then you'll open it every time through your computer. And you can see it at the bottom here on mine as one of the programs that's on the computer. So once you have it loaded on your computer and you open it, everyone has this demo project. It'll have your name instead of mine. So mine says Tiffany Barney's demo project, and yours will say so-and-so's demo project. And if you go into here, if you load this one, and it has the same information in everyone's, this one you can just play around with. So do whatever you would like to this demo project, and once we get started, we will have a different named project that you'll be clicking on for the work that you'll be doing, but this is for purposes of demonstration. So, and then you'll notice that the user is me on every one of them as well, and that will be you as well once you open it in yours. So if we just click on one, these are the documents that are loaded into Dedoose. So if we click on one of them, you can see that it already has some excerpting done by these different colors and these little nodes on the side. And we can hover over the nodes to see what they're coded as. So this one is this bigger code, and it is it's coded as reading by others and pre-writing activities. And then the smaller one next to it is reading by others. So if we want to make a code, or not make a code, if we want to excerpt our own section, we would highlight this. Say I want to excerpt both of these sentences. And then I have two choices. I can either come over to the right where it says codes, and I can double click on one of them, and then it codes it as that. So if you click on the node to the left, you'll see it's reading by others, which is the one that I just clicked. Or another option, I'll just show you a different one. TC doesn't use books to play. And you can hit the space bar. So that was the space bar right there. And I can code that with whichever one I choose. So I'm going to choose pre-writing activities. I don't know why, because that's a fun one to choose. And then you can also see up to the right here, the selection information. So this is the one I just coded. And if I don't like that code, I can go back and exit, get rid of it. And if I don't want that to be highlighted anymore, I can go back and exit out of that too. So if I want to go back to the one that I already coded, I can click on that, and it should, oh, I'm sorry, click on the node to the left, and it will bring up the selection information. So if I change my mind and thought that didn't make sense with reading by others, once I saw another one that was reading by others, I'm going to get rid of it right there, and I'm going to get rid of the highlight. Or I could just choose a different code. I say, oh wait, no, this is letter recognition. And I can click on that. You see how it popped up on the right there? So one thing to remember, this probably makes people nervous that I can delete them whenever I want to. But one thing to remember is that this one up here, this is in the demo project, I have access to everything. But when you are in the project that we are working on, you won't have quite as much ability in here. And so you will not actually be able to delete anyone else's code or excerpts. And you won't be able to delete the codes that we've created either. So you will be able to do what I have shown you, where you can highlight an excerpt and you can delete the excerpts that you've created. So highlight, and you can excerpt two different ways. So this one's Uncle tells him jokes in Spanish once a week. And let's say that is reading by others, right? They don't have a good code for that, so I'm just gonna use one just to show you, and then see how it pops up on the right there. And let's see, maybe we decided that doesn't use books to play is, I'm gonna use the space button. Maybe we decided that is pre-writing activities. I think that's what we were calling it before. And there it is over there. So you can code it in there. You also, another thought, and I'll exit out of that. Another thing is that you can code over codes that are already there. So see how this one right here is purple? I could, oh, and now it's orange. I could choose the whole entire thing if I would like, and I can code it something different. So I can code that as routine if I would like. And then it has two codes to it. See, there's routine and, oh, which is the same thing that was already coded. And there's routine, so I'll get rid of mine. Because I'm not actually, you'll be paying attention to what is being said in here and actually matching it with things. I'm just trying to show you how to do the computer end of it. So another thing that you can do is just choose part of an excerpt that's already been coded because you think that this has some other information in it. And so you can add that to letter recognition, for example. And then that part right there is coded as, if you click on the little tiny node right there, it is letter recognition. So you should be able to click on, yeah, if you hover over each of these, like if I wanted to go to letter recognition, I can click on this little excerpt sign and it will show me the things that are already coded as letter recognition, the other excerpts that people have chosen as letter recognition. So, open my exit is underneath something else. Okay. The other thing is to remember that these things have, some of them have parent nodes. So this can actually go deeper if we wanted to. Some of the things that you'll run into have 3 levels, and they continue to be mined deeper and deeper. So reading by mother is the parent mode for duration, routine, and frequency. So if I code anything as frequency, let's say it's this one, and let's pretend like this makes sense that would be coded as frequency because I'm not reading them. If I code this as frequency, double click, one click doesn't do, then it is also coded under reading by mother. Okay, but if I click reading by mother, it is only coded as reading by mother and not by frequency. So let's see, where's the one I just did? This one right here. So that one is frequency, and then when I go back in and do the analysis of this, it'll show up as frequency under reading by mother. So that will be plenty. So, and then you can get rid of them anytime that you want. You can get rid of, so when you're in here, you can get rid of any of them that you have created. And so there's no worries there about you undoing something that someone else has done. So, and to do that, remember, come over to the nodes, and then it brings it up in the selection information, and you can get rid of them if you want. Okay, I think that is, well, I guess that's the first part of what I want to say to you. The second part is that you may run into some information that you think is showing up and is pertinent that we have not created the codes for, because you're looking at this within your own school. We looked at it across the entire college. So if you're finding things that are relevant to your own school that you would like coded in here, then just shoot me an email and we'll talk to the whole team and I can add that in if that's what we decide to do. So otherwise, feel free to ask questions. We will talk about this in our first meeting. We'll just go through and do some of this together, and we'll do it on the actual documents that we're going to be using for this. So it will be even more relevant. So, but that is all that you need to know, except I guess how to get out of the document, right? So we can get out of selection info, and I think we just go back to media. So there's 2 different ways to view this. You can go to media and see all of them again, or you can go back home and you can see where it was before. So I had clicked on it up here in this little sub-media section. All of these sections up here have little subsections down here. So you can do it either way, either through here or go to media and click on it. And then once you click on it, you'll get back into that same screen that I was in. So say we wanted to do this one now, and then you can excerpt it, and you can always go home through there, or you can return to the projects, which I can't do because I have a little recording thing over the projects, but it's over in the top right corner. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to have you joining me.